Okay, now that you save this as an STL, you're gonna, on your desktop, you should see a program called FlashPrint. This is what runs our printers. You're gonna get a bunch of pop-up kind of ads here. You can close this. Don't download the new version. Just hit no on this. Maximize this if you want. So I'm gonna go first to load, and I'm gonna grab the STL. So this only brings in STL, so you have to don't skip that step at the end. So I'll hit open on that. I'm going to hit yes to put it on the platform. It's not going to be oriented correctly probably when you first come in. You want this hole to be on the bottom. So I'm going to go to the rotate tool over here, click on it twice sometimes. It says nothing selected, so I'm going to go grab my model. And then I'm going to rotate that around until I'm happy with the orientation. So right now the hole's on the bottom, but it's sitting up in the air right now. So I'm going to click over on the Move tab, and I'm going to say On Platform and Centered. If you're printing two of these together, so if you're in a partner working, you can bring in multiple models. If you want two of these, you can actually copy paste these within the model. Talk to me about that individually. Once it's been set, I need to figure out what color I want to make this. So FlashPrint uses gray and green, but look up on the printer, and the little boats that are up on top of the printers will tell you what color. Confirm that on the back. You'll see the rolls. So right now we have black set up on the left extruder, so I'm going to use left extruder. Again, the green is just it telling you what extruder it's using. From here I need some supports, so I'm going to go over to supports, and I'm going to go to support options. Tree-like is the default. You're going to select linear, and you're going to hit OK, and then you're going to do auto supports. Auto supports is going to add in supports underneath so that that does not fall apart when it tries to print on top of the hole. Notice there are no supports inside of the small holes because we use the 60-degree point, and it can support itself through that. Now I'm going to hit back. It's going to say save supports. I'm going to hit yes. It wants to make a FlashPrint file, so an FPP, and that's going to go the same place your STL is saved. So mine's on my desktop, so I'm going to start to clutter up my desktop, but for this activity I'm going to do that. You should probably be saving in OneDrive. And this is ready to print at this point, so everything looks good. I'm going to go into my print menu, and there's not a lot here to do, but make sure you have all this stuff selected. I am printing with left extruder, so this is going to say probably auto match when you first come in. Just say supports are going to be left extruder, and raft is also going, it might say disabled when you first come in. You want a raft, so you're going to do left extruder so everything's the same color. Under more options, you're going to set your first layer height to 0.2, or layer height to 0.2, first layer height to 0.3. Those are different. I think they're 0.21 or 1.8 and 2.7, so bump those up. For shells, you're going to want to bump all of your perimeter shells and top and bottoms to 5. That's going to give you a nice, thick, sturdy print when you're done. So 5 for all of your shells. For fill density, we're going to just do 15% hexagonal, so it's going to give you kind of a honeycomb shape on the inside. For speed, I'm going to do 60 and 80. So 60 for print speed, travel speed, I'm going to drop that down to 80. That seems to work nice. For temperature, your extruder temp, whether you're using left or right, is going to be 240. If you see both extruders in here, then you must have something selected at that point. You might have two models in, or you told it to do the raft in a different color. So with my left extruder is going to be set to 240 degrees Celsius, and my platform is set to 85. You're going to want to hit Save Configuration here so you don't have to do this the next time you 3D print. So I'm going to hit Save Config, and then I'm going to hit OK on that. It's going to tell me, all right, settle base, it's going to be a .xg3, and I forgot to tell you to change the machine type. So let me show you that. Since I've already used this under Print Machine Type, you want to make sure you're Creator Pro. You probably are going to be asked that when you first open the program. But if you haven't at this point, you want to make sure that's Creator Pro. So I'll go back into Print, and it should have held all this stuff. So I'll go back in. If you don't have that Creator Pro selected, it's gonna, when you hit OK here, it won't be a .x3g. It's going to be something else. So I'm just going to put that on my desktop and hit Save. So it's going to go through processing what this is going to look like. It's going to add our raft in there and then calculate our time and layer height. Okay, so this is going to take 4 hours and 44 minutes, and it's going to use 27.59 meters of material, which is pretty cool. If we go in here and we tell it we have ABS, we can take a look at this. Is going to be approximately 69 grams, so it's going to be, it's about 2 cents per gram, so $1.38, $1.40 to print this, so really not bad. You can take a look at your layer heights by grabbing that blue slider. So that honeycomb thing I talked about earlier, if you slide down through here, you'll see that the inside is not solid. You have 5 perimeter layers, and then if you look down here, this is why it's important we have the holes programmed. So we actually have material around the holes. If we just tried to screw into this, you'd only be screwing through the wall, and then you'd be hitting the honeycomb. And then as we get down towards the bottom, here's the very first kind of layers of your part, and then this is the raft. So this is what bonds it down to and flattens the base out, and then it's starting to build your part. This little file, so this thing right here, this settle 3G, I have got to put that on a memory card. So I have that's my video processing from the last one. I have an SD card in here already, so if I go to my File Explorer and I scroll down here, there's my SD card with some parts on it. All I have to do is take this settle base.x3g, pop that on the SD card, and then that's going to go up in the 3D printer. All right. Let me know if you have questions. Hopefully this goes well for you.